If there are times where you avoid wearing high heels, this video is for you. I hope that by the end of this video, you're gonna feel comfortable choosing to wear them when you wanna wear them, when it feels appropriate. You'll be able to put them on and walk in high heels. I've been walking in high heels for over 15 years, okay? A really long time, and I am very comfortable in high heels. I am so comfortable and confident that I can walk in them, and I want to show you everything I know so that you can feel that way too. It's nice to have that skill, especially as a woman. This is 5 tips every single girl should know for walking in heels. If you already walk in heels, these will be helpful. But if you avoid wearing heels, I hope after this video, you're going to feel confident to put the heels that you have on and start wearing them when you want. If you want to see more high heel content, give this video a thumbs up. And that takes me to tip number 1. I want to start here. This is posture. Okay, and I start here for a reason, because regardless of how good you are at walking in heels, how experienced, how skillful, how comfortable you are, you can always look better at what you're doing if you have good posture. Posture isn't necessarily obvious as to how to have it, and so I want to break that down a little bit. Let's keep it simple. Hold your stomach in, your core tight, and hold your shoulders back so that your chest is not caved in, but it is pushed out. You're not trying to overexert anything, but just resting in a way that is natural to where your shoulders aren't caved in, nor are they pulled all the way back. It's very rare that that's the case. It's usually this. And if you like to do Kegel exercises, doing a soft Kegel exercise just to orient your posture can really help lift everything and keep it tight so that when you're standing in your heels, you have good posture. Let me tell you what you shouldn't do. When you're wearing heels, don't slouch or look disengaged or like physically out of it, because it looks crazy. The sponsor of today's video has reignited my excitement and my passion for heels because they've mitigated the one issue that made heels unbearable at times, which is comfort. This is Cozy Island, and they make durable, beautiful, elegant designed footwear with padding and footbeds that are meant for all-day comfort. These heels are so comfortable that I actually check and see if I have a Cozy Island pair of heels to go with what I'm wearing when I have an event, because I actually want to be comfortable and I want to look confident in my heels. However, even with a great pair of very comfortable Cozy Island shoes, you're going to need something else, which isn't about comfort, it's about skill. Okay, tip number 2. Usually, naturally, I should say, our focus is on where our feet are going to land when we're walking in heels. You're thinking about where your feet are going. When you walk trying to predict where your feet will go, you stumble a lot more often. Instead of focusing on your feet, put all your focus into your hips. Moving them evenly up and down is actually going to establish where your feet land on the floor. So if you focus on what your hips are doing, you don't need to think about what your feet are doing. And with this technique, your posture is also way, way better without having to really think about it too much. You're going to have better results walking in your heels. Let me explain. Because your feet are little and they carry your whole body weight, it's actually a lot of pressure to put on one small area of your body. And let me tell you, this changes your walk and makes it look so much more elegant. You're more comfortable, you don't have to think as much, and your posture is naturally better also. These heels are a great example for practicing in heels because while they're a slingback and they're beautiful, they actually have a lot of support. This is an ideal heel height of 3.35 inches, and there's an adjustable strap here. And this is what's going to give your foot a lot more security and stability when you're walking. And they build grip into these also, which is awesome. Speaking of heel height, that brings me to my next tip. This is going to be a really simple thing that's going to make all the difference. You might select heels based on how they look, but you should select them based on if you can walk in them. Okay, there's a few heels that may look really appealing. However, if you cannot walk comfortably in them, you lose the effect of the look, so to speak. Pick something that you're able to walk in. This is slightly shorter, for example. However, in this instance, whenever you see a platform, just know that that platform height actually is deducted from the height of the heel. in terms of how easy it is to walk in. So this example of these being two different heel heights isn't exactly the case. These are a lot closer than they seem. When you see heels that don't have a platform and they have this tall of a heel, just know those are really hard to walk in. Now, Cozy Island takes care of the comfort factor. They actually pad the inside of their shoes. It feels like the inside of a car. It is so comfortable. And that takes care of the actual feeling of these on your feet in combination with the right height selection and ankle stability. These are the factors that really come together and give you a beautiful and striking walk in your heels. My next tip is practice. Practice walking in your heels. Number one, it's fun. Number two, it dramatically improves the ability that you have to walk in any type of heels because you practice. And you can do this in the comfort of your own home, playing some music, get some heels on, and practice walking in heels. You don't need a lot of space. In fact, you could do this in your bedroom because listen to this. It's not the mile-long walk that you need to work on. It's the ability that you have to start and stop your walk, to look confident getting in and out of a car, getting up and down from a chair, and starting to walk in heels when you've been standing. Once you actually get going and you get momentum in your heels, then it's easy, you know? And this is the thing, if you have a pair of comfortable heels, you really don't have to think twice. However, I think most girls and most women have the most difficulty doing the elegant up from a chair, out from the car, or walking once they've been standing for a couple of minutes talking, for example. And to be frank with you, those are the moments when you really display your skill in walking in heels. So practice even in a small space, walking back and forth, turning, stopping, starting, and most importantly, pivoting on the ball of your foot. To pivot in heels, you put all of the pressure on the ball of your foot and you raise your heel slightly while you turn. And this right here is the ball of your foot. Put your weight here, lift the heel, and turn. The more you do this, even in a small space, the more confident you're going to feel, especially if you do this before a special event, walking in your heels. And all of these shoes from Cozy Island, by the way, they're going to be linked below. These are super cute. They have another adjustable strap, plus a platform. So remember that the height of this platform can be deducted from the overall height of the heel. And that means that these are more comfortable than they look. Plus, of course, they're padded on the inside. Super cute. Before we go on to the next tip, I just want to tell you something. If you didn't know this, you can take your time. People will wait for you. Don't ever feel awkward. Don't feel like you have to rush. If you're walking on an unsturdy surface, take your time because that's just part of the whole experience when you're wearing heels, and you'll be really surprised how happy people are to give you a hand or just like support you because everybody can see you're in heels. I personally love when someone's in heels. Doesn't have to be me. I love when someone's in a dress. I love when someone's in heels. It's great. It like ups the morale. So if you need help, just ask for it and take your time. Tip number 5. If you're a beginner in heels, always go for a pair that have ankle support. Most commonly, heels that aren't supportive and are wobbly. These are not going to be helpful. Choose only heels that have ankle support. Again, these are a really great example outside of a boot where you can't actually tell that they have ankle support because it just looks like a design feature, and it is. However, this extra strap here is very, very helpful in supporting the ankle. And of course, a pair of boots like this has the full support. So if you are a beginner, you may actually find that wearing a boot in an everyday situation could be a great way to practice regularly in heels. Plus, they look super beautiful. I wanted to show you these. These are so cute. And I love that they have the boot on its own. But Cozy Island also does these kind of accessories, and these just transform. You literally just snap it and it's transformed. Isn't that so cute? With the snap of this accessory. I really like this. These in the winter with a camel coat. So, so cute. Plus, of course, the padded inside and this wipeable material. Amazing. Then when you need something for every day, you have these. Those are my top 5 tips for walking confidently in heels. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And thank you to Cozy Island for providing all of these gorgeous heels and boots. They make style and comfort very possible. I'm going to link all of them below. And you'll see my discount code on the screen now. It's YT10 Alexandra, and that'll get you 10% off your order on Cozy Islands. And don't forget to check out Cozy Island if you want to look amazing and feel great. I'll see you in my next video.